Good day everyone. Today, along with my group mates, we'll be discussing the disease of livestock. I, Tricia Larjoy Quirog, will be discussing the importance of animal health and the effects of livestock diseases on production and public health. How important healthy livestock? Kay if atong animals kay healthy, maka-ensure tawag food security o syempre economic stability, especially sa mga rural areas. Imagine like example if cows, chickens, goats kay good ilang health, they can produce more meat, milk, eggs o even more kita para sa mga farmers o more supply para sa ato mga consumers. Plus less gastos sa tambal kay dili sila sikitunon og tipid jud sa mga farmers. Pero kung maabot ang sakit sa livestock, daghan kayong maapektuhan, like productivity mo down, meaning less output, hinay ang growth sa mga animals o can cause death. That means at the end of the day mga farmers o agricultural sector kay lugi, tas dako kayo ang loss. Og dili lang na some diseases kay zoonotic, which is super scary para sa public health. Tapos kung may outbreak, maka-apekto pod na siya sa trade of food supply chain. Basin makulangan ang supply sa market, unya masaka ang presyo. So in short, ang pag-control sa livestock diseases kay super critical, not just for animal welfare o kita sa farmers, pero para pod maprotektahan ang public health o masiguro nga stable ang atong food supply. No nga dapat gyud ta mag-invest sa animal health para win-win para sa tanan farmers, consumers ug ang Kibo community. Next is classification of diseases, classified into 4 main categories: bacterial, viral, parasitic, and protozoan diseases. Kini sila nga mga classification of diseases kay naay common diseases nga i-report ni Aumann.
So para sa continuation sa ato ang bacterial diseases, no? So, ang chronic form, mostly ang gaka-infect niya is ang pigs and horses. So, ang localized swelling in tongue, throat, cervical limb, and nodes, edema, difficulty in swallowing and breathing. So, kani siya is, from the word swelling, so maghubag siya. And then, lagi maghubag. So, mo ni siya daw ang gahubag sa iyahang dila, iyahang tutunlan, and then, mo na siya ang gakos sa difficulty sa pagginhawa and pagtulon. So, yung postmortem, so, dark tarry blood that does not clot, absent of rigor mortis, hemorrhages in organs, and large spleen. So, ang prevention po niya sa and control measures, so, vaccination of susceptible animals. So, ang pag-vaccine sa ato ang animals nga possibly po siya nga dili siya resistance, no? Like, dali siya ma-infect na. So, low iyahang immunity. And then, deworming. So, proper, importante na siya, no? Like, ang pagpurga sa itong mga hayop. And then, strict biosecurity to prevent contamination. So, kani siya is, most important po na siya kay para ma-aware po siya. And then, ma-avoid ang mga carrier sa mga contamination or mga bacteria. So, prevent ko sila og kanang mga sterilization like inanapakaha. So, quarantine of new sick animals. So, pag-quarantine sa atong mga masakiton nga animals, so paglahi nila sa lain nga facilities to. So, murag pagbayin nila, no, like magputang sila og certain area nga mga disease animals na gyud andira aron para sa ma-recover sila, then ayan sila ibalik sa bago nga tapok. So, mo na siya, no. And then, proper disposal of carcasses by burning deep, burial with quicklime to prevent spore formation. So, kanipod siya is pag-proper niya nga burial sa ato ang mga carcasses nga naay sakit, no? So, para po dito siya maka-cause of mga worst pa na diseases sa ato ang mga animals. So, sa zoonotic risks and public health implications, humans can acquire cutaneous anthrax, so skin diseases, skin infections. So, through contact with infected tissues. So, transfer siya diri sa atong mga lawas. So, if magkontak-kontak ta, then dito sa mga infect ko takabalo, na graduduot ang hayop, tas na din may sakit. So, possibly po naman transfer sa ato ang skin. So, ano na ni siya, external na ni siya nga disease. And then, inhalation anthrax or from spores in contaminated wool or hair. So, kani siya is dangerous po ni siya no kay pag inhale man nimo siya, so imong pag inhale nimo o kakabantay nga kana na nakasinghot na day ka or nakasulod na sa imuhang lawas ang kanang mga infections or mga diseases, bacteria ngono. And then, intestinal anthrax from consuming undercooked infected meat. So, kani siya. So, mas nice gid no nga ang ato ang kakaonon is passed gid siya and approved gid siya sa mga ato ang mga post-mortem, antemortem na na tawag basta ka na siya. So, dangerous din siya kaysa internal naman gid siya anthrax inhalation from the word in, so na nasa so inhalation intestinal. So anthrax in humans is serious and can be fatal if untreated, so makamatay siya guys. So bacterial diseases so common disease of per species, so hemorrhagic septicemia, so causative agent, so Pasteurella multocida. So, species affected, cattle, carabaos, water buffalo, or upland siya. Then, horses, sheep, swine, and more common and severe in buffalo than cattle. Modes of transmission, by ingestion or inhalation of contaminated feedstuff. So, pagkaon no ginhawa. So, kana siya, maka-transmit na. Wat kabalo sa imong gikaon sa ginhawa ng hayop is na din ay mga bacteria. So, possibly jud siya nga ma-infect if dili siya if naagay kanang if contaminated with ang feedstuff no. So signs and symptoms: high fever, coughing, difficult in swallowing, diarrhea, dullness, respiratory distress. So high fever siya, taas yung hilanat, coughing, ubo-ubo, difficult in swallowing, so maglisod siya og tulon, then dullness, so mawadan siya og gana, inana, then respiratory distress. So post-mortem, pneumonia, swelling with yellowish gelatinous fluid around throat region, brisket and perineum. So sa person pa niya is ubo, sa sinya ubo no, mura siya og plema, pero ang sayaha lang is yellowish lang gud siya. So kay medyo man siya, yellow green like ana ba. Excuse me. So black leg. Causative agent is Clostridium chovel. Species affected is cattle and sheep. Then modes of transmission is organisms are found in soil. So pag ingestion pa niya, pagkaon pa niya, so kakabalo nga naadi na siya nga species or nga sakit sa imuhang gina-ingest, kinakaon sa imuhang animals. Now, so signs and symptoms: stiff gait, so maglisod siya og kanang baklay, so murag siya. Ang stiff gait is murag iyahan na lang nang ginagoroy-goroy and reluctant to move, so walay gana no murag pagka-decline niya sa pag-move, paglakaw. So post-mortem, bloating of carcass and blood stained fruity from nostril and anus. So mostly is kay dugo-dugoon sila, dugo-dugoon sila. Then yellowish gelatinous subcutaneous tissue and associated gas bubbles, so mga nana siya. So makita tubitang wala siya may fluid nga yellowish and magbula-bula sila nana. So muna sila ang mga symptoms and signs. So tuberculosis, causative agent Mycobacterium, species affected cattle and pigs. So ang sa ato ang blackleg, ang ato ang affected ani nga species is ang cattle and sheep, and then ang sa tuberculosis, cattle and pigs. Modes of transmission: infected animals in the main source of transmission, excreted in the exhaled air. So, sa pag-inhale na po siya, guys. So, no, matransmit siya, no. So, through animals po gyapon, animal to animal. So, pwede po siya sa animal to animal through inhaled and exhaled air. So, ang iyang antemortem, low-grade fluctuation fever. So, init-init gyapon siya. So, difficult in breathing, so maglisod sila og ginhawa. So weakness and loss of sumawad ang sila og gana. And then sa postmortem for cattle, tuberculosis granuloma in the lymph nodes of the head, lungs, intestines, and carcass. Yellow in cattle, white in buffalo, and grayish white in the other animals. In pigs, Mycobacterium avium observed in lymph nodes. So guys, so brucellosis or contagious abortion, Banks disease, pag-abort siya sa tuang anay. So, ang causative agent is Brucella abortus. So, mauna, species affected, cattle and sheep. Modes of transmission, an infected animal may become infected with Brucella organism by contaminated feed, pasture, water, and milk. So, ma-infect gyapon siya through sa ayahang gina-ingest. And then, ang most digid ani nga ma-affect maapektuhan is ang ato ang anay or ang ato ang swine. So, signs and symptoms. Sa ante and post-mortem in cattle, swelling of scrotum, abortion is non-vaccinated pregnant cows in the last 3 to 4 months of pregnancy. So, in sheep is infertility in rams and abortion in ewes. So, leptospirosis, nakutan. So, leptospira species, yahang affected niyang species pero is ang animals and ang man. So, kitang tao pod, pwede pod. So, ang kani siya is modes of transmission niya, eating and drinking leptospira contaminated urine. So, avoid kita nino water of or by direct contact or broken skin. So, ang iyang transmission ko no is eating and drinking leptospira contaminated urine, water or by direct contact or broken skin. So, ang kani siya is hadlok ni siya no. Kay takabalo if kanang baha dira or mga water nato dira is galigo-ligo ta dira tanate mga open wounds. And then what kabalo is kana ga-contain siya og mga sakit like leptospira nga sakit or gikan siya sa animals. So ilihian din niya din ha nga kanang animal is na siya sakit then like nagproduce siya dira or naghihi siya dira ana sa nga lugar then naglangoy-langoy ka kay kuno hay hanging out na magjami-jami mo and wind puno then tulog ligo-ligo mo kay para pabugnaw pero wa kabalong na adin na dira di ay so kan nga sakit and then auto na padulong sa inyo ha ayan na guys. So ang antemortem niya is transient fever, loss of appetite, lactating cows may stop milking, so grabe pa, pneumonia, abortion with frequent retention of placenta after birth. So, yung postmortem, septicemia, anemia, and icterus, kidneys are swollen. So, sa iyang sa other food is atrophic rhinitis. Ayang causative agent is Bordetella bronchoseptica and Pasteurella multocida. So, iyang affected nga species is animals and man gyapon. So, iyang signs and symptoms is sneezing, sisik-hasing-hasing, frequently impaired growth rate and feed conversion for growth. So, ang postmortem is the active stages of inflammation. The mucosa has blanched appearance and a purulent material may be present on the surface. So, grabe po siya kalisod kay apektuhan po ang tao ani. So, ang kuan pod is other pod na bacterial diseases is ang swine erysipelas or Diamoskin disease. Causative agent ay Erysipelotrix rochopati. Species affected is only pig lang siya. Pero maybe naapoy ma-infect po siya sa human. Ano siya. Then, ang modes of transmission is Healthy carrier pigs shed the bacteria in manure. A carrier animal can infect other materials in the same pen. So, healthy carrier pigs shed the bacteria in manure. So, pwede siya na, so manure daw, iyahang manure. Nakuha niya sa mga manure, like pagligid-ligid guro, and then, sa signs and symptoms niya is antemortem, high morbidity, pigs with acute septicemia die suddenly. So, dali siya, murag affect dison sila. Then, sudden death in animals. Yung postmortem is vegetative endocarditis. So, hadlok ni siya, guys, no? So, ang kanipod na siya, guys, dili lang siya animals ang pwedeng dili lang animals ang pwede maapektuhan ani nga mga sakit, kundi ang kita pon mga tao. So sa ato ang pag-ingest, no, sa atong pag-inhale, exhale, so wata kabalo is ato di ay ang natulod sa ato ang lawas is ang mga sakit na di ay if ever. So murag dangerous po siya sa ato ang health, not only for animals but also for humans. So keep safe kita, no, dapat aware ka sa tong mga ginakaon.
So next is the swine erysipelas or diamond skin disease. Ang halos ang gaka-affect di ani nga livestock is po ang pig. Dayon, in modes of transmission, healthy carrier pig shed the bacteria in manure. The carrier animal can infect other animals in the same pen. Then, signs and symptoms. In antemortem, high morbidity, pigs with acute septicemia die suddenly. Sudden death in animals. In postmortem, vegetative endocarditis. So next is mycoplasmal pneumonia or enzootic pneumonia. The species affected is the pig. And the sign and symptoms in antemortem, predisposing factor is a change in weather and other stresses like transient viral infections, parasitic migration, and mixing of pigs. In postmortem, affected lungs are gray and purple, most common in the apical and cardiac lobes. Next diseases is salmonellosis or contagious to man. So, causative agent is a Salmonella typhi. Species affected, cattle and pig. Then, in modes of transmission, indigestion of feed that have been contaminated by the feces of infected animals, by drinking water in stagnant ponds, and by the carrier animals. In signs and symptoms of antemortem, cattle per acute septicemic form, increased temperature to 40.4 and 41.5 degrees Celsius. Diarrhea and dehydration, death within 24 to 48 hours. Pig septicemic syndrome, high fever lasting 12 to 24 hours. In postmortem, cattle septicemic form. Next diseases is tetanus. Causative agent is Clostridium tetani. Specific affected almost all mammals and horses. Modes of transmission found in soil and intestinal tract, introduced into the tissues through wounds. Signs and symptoms in antemortem: stiffness in neck muscles, muscles of the hind limbs, and muscles in the region of infected wounds. So, in viral diseases, we have here a foot and mouth disease and a hog cholera or classical swine fever. The species affected is the swine. Modes of transmission is by direct contact with infected pigs. Signs and symptoms: subacute fever and death. So next viral diseases is a swine influenza or swine flu or pig flu, caused by type A, synergist action of influenza virus and Haemophilus sus. Species affected is the swine. And signs and symptoms of in ante-mortem is fever, weakness, and muscle ache. In post-mortem, airways conation, mucopurulent exudate, bronchial and mediastinal lymph nodes, severe pulmonary edema. In another viral diseases is the rabies. Species affected is carnivores and insectivorous bats. Modes of transmission is introduction of virus-laden saliva into the tissues, usually by the bite of a rabid animal. Signs and symptoms in ante-mortem. Sudden anorexia or irritability. In post-mortem, presence of negri bodies in the brain. Two common types of rabies, which is the furious rabies and dumb or paralytic rabies. So next is the porcine respiratory and reproductive syndrome, or PRRS. Species affected is the pig in all ages. Modes of transmission through mechanical vectors like mosquitoes and houseflies. Signs and symptoms in ante-mortem. In the reproductive phase, abortions rate can reach 50% of the sow in newly infected herd. In respiratory phase, in coordination, exacerbation of endemic diseases such as Ming, atrophic rhinitis, or cystitis. In postmortem, clear fluid in the abdomen and pericardial space. And next is the transmissible gastroenteritis. Gastroenteritis, or TGE. Common viral disease of the small intestine that causes vomiting and profuse diarrhea. Species affected is also a pig in all ages. Modes of transmission is aerosol or contact exposure, severe villus atrophy. In signs and symptoms in ante-mortem, feces of nursing pigs often contain cords of indigested milk. In post-mortem, piglets dying of TGE are severely dehydrated. The stomach usually contains milk curd but may be empty.
In the viral diseases, we have the Ogotsky disease or pseudorabies. And then the species affected is the swine. And the mode of transmission is principally spread via the respiratory route, via semen, then vaginal secretions, and transplacental infection. In the signs and symptoms, we have first the ante-mortem. In piglets 2 weeks old, they have prostration, then death within hours. So in the post-mortem, we have gross lesions, often minimal or absent. Another parasitic diseases, parasites are organisms that live on within other organisms, that's called host. And then host is a plant, animal, or other organisms where parasites depends for its existence. So we have two general types of parasites. We have the endoparasites, lives inside the body of the host, and the next one is ectoparasites. It lives outside the body of the host. And now we have common diseases per species. We have also phagostomiasis. So this is like pimply gut nodular worms. So the species affected is the cattle and the swine. So the mode of transmission is the ingestion of the third stage larvae in the grazing. So the signs and symptoms, first we have the ante-mortem. So young calves may show loss of appetite, diarrhea, and anemia. The post-mortem is grayish-white, noodle size from a pinhead to the pea. Another parasitic disease is the kidney worm infection. So the species affected is the swine. And then the mode of transmission, we have the skin penetration or ingestion of the infective larvae. So the signs and symptoms, first we have the ante-mortem. So it shows emaciation or poor weight gains. And then in the post-mortem, most severe in the liver, which shows cirrhosis or scar formation. Another one is we have trichinosis, or caused by this Trichinella spiralis. So the species affected is the pig, the dog, the cat, the mice, also wild boar and other carnivorous birds, also humans and other mammals. So the mode of transmission is infection occurs by ingestion of larvae encysted in the muscle. So the signs and symptoms, we have the antemortem, emaciation or poor weight gains, and then in the post-mortem we have also severe in the liver, which shows cirrhosis and scar formation. Another parasitic diseases is the mange or the cutaneous acariasis or the mite infection. So this is caused by the mites. And then the mode of transmission is also direct contact. The signs and symptoms, we have the antemortem, so skin becomes inflamed and dry. In the post-mortem, we have skin inflamed and thickened and wrinkled and form into folds. Another parasitic diseases, we have blowfly stripe or the sheep myiasis. This is caused by Brucellia cuprina. So the species affected is the fly and the sheep. So the signs and symptoms, we have the antemortem. They show rag, pus-smelling lesion containing screwworm fly larvae or the maggots. In the post-mortem, we have ulcerative lesions with liquefactive necrosis of the muscle and the skin. So in the protozoal diseases, common diseases per species is the trypanosomiasis or the caused by trypanosoma. So the species affected is the man and the animals. So the mode of transmission is by insect vectors such as Lucina, tiste fly or the Stomiasis tabanid. And then the signs and symptoms, first we have the antemortem. They show rag, pus-smelling lesion containing screwworm fly larvae or the maggots. And in the post-mortem, ulcerative lesions with liquefactive necrosis of the muscle and the skin. And now next we have the prevention and control measures. First, we have the vaccination to build immunity. Another one is deworming for parasitic control. And then biosecurity. So we'll have hygiene, disinfection, and control of the animal movement. Also, quarantine of new or sick animals to prevent the spread. And then last is the proper disposal of carcasses and infected materials. And then let's proceed to zoonotic risk and public health implications. So many livestock diseases, example, we have anthrax, brucellosis or leptospirosis, and then tuberculosis. So this can infect humans. And then these diseases risks include direct contact, ingestion, inhalation of pathogens. And then another zoonotic risk is the occupational hazard for farmers, veterinarians, and butchers. And then control measures in animal reduce human risk.